Welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about Mosasaurus. Get ready for an adventure 66 million years ago. The Mosasaurus, known as the fierce god of the sea during the Cretaceous period, was a giant marine reptile that dominated the oceans from about 82 to 66 million years ago. Often mistaken for a dinosaur, it was in fact a distant relative of today's iguanas and snakes, only much larger and more dangerous. Growing up to 17 meters in length and weighing around 10 tons, the Mosasaurus had an elongated crocodile-like body. Four limbs evolved into powerful flippers and a massive flat tail, allowing it to glide majestically yet powerfully through the ocean. Its most fearsome weapon lay in its wide, muscular jaws filled with sharp, curved teeth like fishing hooks, perfectly designed to tear into prey. Uniquely, it also possessed an extra set of jaws deep in its throat to grip and swallow prey whole without chewing. Its menu ranged from sea turtles and diving birds to sharks, and even members of its own kind. In the ocean, no creature was safe when the Mosasaurus was hunting. Despite being a master of the seas, it still had to surface for air. Yet even this mighty predator could not escape fate. When the asteroid struck 66 million years ago, the Mosasaurus perished alongside the dinosaurs, leaving behind only scattered fossils on the ocean floor, a haunting reminder of the golden age of ancient sea monsters. Mosasaurus had a streamlined body that was perfectly adapted for life in the water. Its skin was smooth and scaly, which helped reduce drag and make it more hydrodynamic. Its eyes were large and round, allowing it to see predators coming from far away. Overall, Mosasaurus was a fearsome creature that ruled the oceans during the Cretaceous period. Its combination of size, strength, and agility made it a formidable predator and a top contender in the battle for survival. But where exactly did these giant monsters come from? The origin story of Mosasaurus is a fascinating one. Like many other creatures, Mosasaurus didn't just appear out of nowhere. It evolved over millions of years from earlier forms of life. In the case of Mosasaurus, its ancestors were terrestrial lizards that chose water as their new home. As they spent more and more time in the water, they began to develop adaptations that allowed them to thrive in this environment. First, they developed powerful jaws and sharp teeth for catching fish. Then they developed flippers that allowed them to swim with ease. Finally, they developed a streamlined body that reduced drag in the water. Over time, these adaptations became more pronounced and eventually led to the evolution of Mosasaurus. As mentioned before, Mosasaurus is a genus of the species. It was classified for the first time by the German scientist H.F.M. von Hoffen in 1844. He named it after two places where fossils were found, the Maastricht and the Eschbach today. Paleontologists believe that Mosasaurus is closely related to other marine reptiles such as ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs. These creatures are part of a larger group called marine reptiles, which are reptiles that have adapted to life in the ocean. Mosasaurus is part of a suborder called the advanced Mosasaurids, which includes several other genera of marine squamates together. These creatures represent a major group of marine reptiles that lived in the world's oceans during the Lacustrine and Cretaceous periods. The remains of Mosasaurus have been found in many parts of the world, including North and South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia. The discovery of these remains has helped paleontologists learn more about the Mosasaur's anatomy, behavior, and ecology. One of the most complete mosasaur skeletons was found in Belgium in the 19th century. This skeleton, along with other discoveries, has helped scientists reconstruct the appearance and lifestyle of these ancient creatures. Now that we know the basics of Mosasaurus, it's time to dive into the details of its life. Mosasaurus was a carnivorous creature that lived in the oceans during the late Cretaceous period. It was a type of marine reptile that was well adapted to a life in the water. Its body was long and slender, like a shark's, and it had a powerful tail that it used to propel itself through the water. Its head was narrow and pointed, and its jaws were filled with sharp teeth that it used to catch and tear apart its prey. Mosasaurus was a highly efficient hunter, and it fed on a variety of marine animals, including fish, squid, and other marine reptiles. It was also known to eat sea turtles and even sharks. Mosasaurus was a solitary creature, and it preferred to hunt alone. It was territorial and would defend its space from other Mosasaurus was also very fast and could reach speeds of up to 30 miles per hour in the water. This made it difficult for its prey to escape and also made it a formidable opponent if attacked by another predator. Mosasaurus lived in the oceans of the world during the Cretaceous period, which lasted from 145 to 65 million years ago. It is believed that mosasaurs lived in all the world's oceans and preferred warmer coastal waters. They were excellent swimmers and were thought to be capable of traveling long distances in search of food and mates. Mosasaurus is considered an apex predator, meaning it was at the top of the food chain in its ecosystem. It had no natural predators and was a fearsome hunter that preyed on other marine animals. Mosasaurus is believed to have gone extinct during the Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event, which is believed to have been caused by an asteroid impact. This event also led to the extinction of the dinosaurs. and is considered one of the most significant events in Earth's history. Now that we know where Mosasaurus lived and what it ate, let's take a closer look at how it interacted with other creatures in its environment. Mosasaurus was a fierce predator, and it had many rivals in the ocean. One of its main rivals was Megalodon, the largest shark that ever lived. Megalodon was a massive creature that could grow up to 70 feet long, and it had huge, powerful jaws that were filled with sharp teeth. Another rival of Mosasaurs was the ichthyosaur. Ichthyosaurs were marine reptiles that were similar to dolphins, and they were also excellent hunters. They had streamlined bodies that allowed them to move through the water with ease, and they were also very fast. Despite these threats, Mosasaurus was still an apex predator, and it was able to hold its own against these rivals. It was much larger than ichthyosaurs, and it was faster than Megalodon. Plus, its powerful jaws and sharp teeth were more than a match for its rivals. Mosasaurus was also very aggressive, and it wasn't afraid to attack anything that entered its territory. It was even known to attack other marine reptiles, including turtles and sea crocodiles. While Mosasaurus had many rivals, it also had its share of allies. Mosasaurus often worked together to hunt down large prey, and they were also known to form alliances with other marine creatures. For example, Mosasaurus was sometimes seen with groups of dolphins, which would help them herd fish into tight balls, making them easier to catch. Mosasaurus was also sometimes seen with sea turtles, which would use their shells to protect themselves while Mosasaurus hunted. Despite their differences, these creatures were able to coexist and form alliances to help them survive in the ocean. In conclusion, Mosasaurus was a fascinating creature that lived in the oceans during the Cretaceous period. It was a fierce predator that had no natural enemies, and it was a formidable hunter that was able to take down even the largest prey. Mosasaurus was also a highly adaptable creature that was able to live in a variety of environments and form alliances with other creatures in order to survive. While Mosasaurus is now extinct, its legacy lives on in the fossil record and in our fascination with these ancient creatures. Thank you for joining us on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, keep exploring the world around you and don't forget to look to the past for inspiration.